Over the past year, as the COVID-19 pandemic has tested the resolve of millions around the globe, health professionals have come to our rescue. Time and time again, we've seen our most trusted health institutions form meaningful partnerships to ensure our safety. That's especially true of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The Africa CDC was founded just 4 years ago, but the organization has wasted no time making a significant impact on African health. Before a single COVID-19 case was recorded in Africa, the Africa CDC formed its COVID-19 task force, demonstrating an unparalleled level of proactiveness. At the helm of the organization is Dr. John Nkengasong, who spearheaded many crucially important initiatives throughout the pandemic. As a member of the African Vaccine Acquisition Task Team, Dr. Nkengasong was instrumental in securing 400 million COVID-19 vaccine doses to date for African Union member states. He also played a key role in establishing the Africa Medical Supplies Platform, which helped secure 270 million vaccine doses, in addition to diagnostic tools, PPE, and medical equipment to aid Africa's pandemic response. Dr. Nkengasong also oversaw the establishment of the Partnerships for African Vaccine Manufacturing, which aims to have Africa manufacture 6 out of every 10 vaccines used on the continent by 2040. And as co-chair of the African CDC Consortium for COVID-19 vaccine clinical trials, Dr. Nkengasong is helping to lead several late-stage clinical trials to advance Africa's COVID-19 vaccine development. Last year, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation honored Dr. Nkengasong with the Global Goalkeeper Award to recognize his leadership in bringing together African leaders from all sectors to address the pandemic. This year, it's our pleasure to recognize him as well for his incredible efforts in spearheading the continent's ongoing pandemic response. In all that he does, he continues to exhibit why partnerships are integral to advancement, especially in the face of adversity. AAI is excited to present the Global Health Solutions Champion Award to the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
I'm Mark Suzman, the CEO of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and it is a great pleasure to be part of this tribute to Dr. John Nkengasong, the head of the Africa CDC. In a few short years, he has done an amazing job making a unique contribution to African health. And in the COVID crisis of the past year, from vaccines, from medical supplies, to treatments, to testing, he's been a tireless force and voice and leader both across the continent and across the world. And it has been an inspiration to see how he has been able to link together health ministers from across the continent, work closely with the World Health Organization, AFRO, our other award recipient tonight, and really make a transformative difference. It's a critical contribution to dealing with today's crisis, and it is even more important foundation to a new, strong platform that is going to help strengthen African health in the years and decades to come.
Greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kuseni Dlamini. I am the chairman of Aspen Pharmacare and Mastercard Holdings Limited. It is a distinct honor and privilege to congratulate Dr. John Nkengasong for receiving the Global Health Solutions Champion Award on behalf of the Africa Centers for Disease Control. The Africa Centers for Disease Control, under the very capable and exemplary leadership of Dr. Nkengasong, has done a very good job in leading Africa's charge against the coronavirus. Dr. Nkengasong and his team have really managed to creates a very compelling and burning platform that is united all African countries, and dare I say, friends of Africa, around helping Africa to conquer the COVID-19 pandemic, which emerged unexpectedly at the beginning of 2020. His outstanding leadership has seen the Africa Centers for Disease Control assuming global stature and respect that hitherto it did not have. And he's reached out to governments across the continent and to us in the private sector. We've had him, for example, visiting our Aspen factory in Gala in South Africa, where we manufacture the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The collaboration and partnership and support from the Africa CDC under his leadership has been immensely useful in helping Africa to maximize its share of vaccines, which we all know that have been a source of controversy as we saw rich countries really practicing what has come to be known as vaccine nationalism, hoarding vaccines, while African countries were left at the bottom of the queue. Dr. Nkengasong has been a great champion for Africa to have its equitable and fair share of vaccines. Vaccines are very important, ladies and gentlemen, because we know the pandemic is not about to go anytime soon. We need to learn to live with it. We all need to vaccinate. We all need Africans in rural areas, in urban areas, in poor communities, and in all sort of sectors of our continent, from West Africa to East Africa, Southern Africa to North Africa. We need all Africans to have access to vaccines. Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Greetings from Kigali, Rwanda. It is my distinct pleasure to speak about our first honoree this evening, Dr. John Nkengasong. I can think of no one who better embodies the words Global Health Solutions Champion. From the outset of the COVID crisis, John and the Africa CDC mobilized the African continent's response. Everything from testing and tracing and diagnostics to treatment, vaccine manufacturing, and the rollout of vaccinations across Africa. The African Union has set a very bold target of 60% of adults who need to be vaccinated over the next 2 years. That means 780 million people. From the outset, we also began working with John very closely, initially about distributing tests, and more recently, together we announced a partnership, a historic partnership of $1.3 billion to acquire vaccines, roll out vaccinations, stand up manufacturing on the continent, and to continue to strengthen this important institution of the Africa CDC. I like to think that in times of crisis, all leaders are tested. And clearly, John has risen to the call. This is a leader who has been working tirelessly for Africa. He has spent time debunking myths, unpacking the science, and making all of it accessible to us. John, you are the leader. You've come at the right moment to address the defining crisis of our time. It's been an absolute privilege working with you. Congratulations.
Greetings from the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Addis Ababa. I am deeply honored and grateful to receive this award on behalf of Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention as the Global Health Solutions Champion recipient for 2021. This award is testimony to the significance of the role that innovative health solutions play, especially as the world grapples with a pandemic, and also a reminder that more work needs to be done to create a safer and healthy world. This past year has been both challenging and rewarding for Africa's CDC in guiding the African continent in its battle against COVID-19 pandemic and in building resilient health systems. It has been an enriching experience working with all the staff of the Africa CDC and African Union member states and other partners, including working with the World Health Organization in our battle against COVID-19, and one that will always warm my heart to be part of a noble cause as a demonstration of Africa taking its own health security destiny in its hands. I would like to express my profound gratitude to the African American Institute for conferring on Africa's CDC such an honor. This award has humbled us at Africa CDC and the African Union Commission, and thus caused me to further reflect, and perhaps mostly, I hope this award demonstrates that our collective tiny efforts can accumulate into huge and remarkable results. Let us together continue to build a better and safer world. I thank you so much once again for the honor.